Hello everybody, Jelsa Farmer here and welcome to my channel and today's review of the mods that came out today. So in total we've got 2 updates today and 8 new mods. Or I'm a little bit uncertain, I think maybe it's 9. I'll come back to that. First one here we have the Lizard propane tank. This is by Stoneway Design. It requires 0.8 megabyte and it's for decoration only. This one will require 1 slot and you will find it under placeables and decorations. And on this no man's land there are a whole lot of decorations, so just bear with me. Let's see, where was it? Here we go. Propane tank, €1,000 to buy. Yeah, and as I said, 1 slot. So there we go. Moving on to next one. It's the Polish fence pack. And this one also you will find under decorations. You know what? I'm gonna take all of those 3 because the next one also is under here, so I don't have to scroll all the way back and forward. I can't get rid of these either, but anyhow, here we go. The Polish fence. This is 1 slot, 510 to buy, and this is by Shasti. Requires 0.4 megabyte. And then the next one is the wooden fence pack by Rolly Christie. And here you can choose between different lengths and corners. And let's see, yeah, all of these requires 2 slots each for the first one. And as you see, if you buy another one of these will only require 1 slot. So there we go. It's these ones. So moving on. This one is a little puzzle for me. It's the milk pear by FS Club/Finn. Now this one, this one you will also find under decorations. It's luckily don't far away, but this one is also for decoration. Yeah, it's pretty high on the megabyte. It's 13.2 megabytes and it's 14 slots. So I was thinking maybe there is something you can do with this, or if there are any triggers on it, but I haven't found anything. I think it's only for decoration. So just bear in mind it requires some megabyte, and also the slot count on this was pretty high. Anyway, moving on to this building. This is the modern cow barn. This is by Camilo's 0397. It requires 13.9 megabytes and requires 18 slots. And this one you will find under placeables and animal pens. There we go. It's 120,000 to buy, and it can hold 150 cows. Some tricks and be aware of on this one. On the outside you have a light switch like this, turns on the lights both outside and inside. This one you can't open. These gates are they open, so if you open this one first, this is a sliding door, and then the one back, I don't think you can open it. Yeah, okay, but then you can't get in, then you have to close this one like so. But anyway, so the first trigger here is the animal. Let's just put on the help me window. This is the animal dialog where you're gonna buy your cows. Here is some kind of device. I haven't found out what it is. I think it's only for decoration. And on this side, I assume this will be your food trigger to feed your cows. And over here I assume also the straw for bedding trigger. So it seems like you can choose to either put your straw here or on this side. So same type of doors there. Nice to have a drive-through, but when you close this one, you can't get in here, so you need to go over here to close it, to get in here, to either put your straw, and here is the water. I haven't tested it, but it might be that this is for water. I assume here it will be your manure, and here is the slurry pit. What did the lights just go off or? No? So that's the Modern Cow Barn by Camilo0397, and this is also seasons ready. So moving on. Now this is the shed pack by Nismo. Really nicely detailed. It requires 7.4 megabyte, and you get two different sheds, either without walls or with walls, like this. And these ones you will find under placeables and sheds. And these one will require, let's see, 7 slots each. So the one with walls is 50,500 to buy, and the one without any walls will be 45,000. There we go. Moving on. Next one is a bunker silo. This one. This is by Albert Wesker. It requires 1 slot, and the price for it is 37,500, and it's only 38 kilobytes. This one you will find on the placeables and silos. Here we go, bunker silo, 14 by 30 meter. So what I did was I like to compare mods with what you actually have in game. So this one is the new one, the modded one, and the one on the side here is the in-game big one. And this one, let's see, I think the price on the big one is 45,000, and the new one is 37,500. So I'm not sure which of these will contain the most silage, but by the looks of it, this one might be a little bit bigger. So, but as always on this game, it's entirely up to you what to buy. In my case, I would have chosen the in-game one, but anyhow. And then moving on to the next one, and by the looks of it in the mod hub, the last one, and that's the Horch Tiger 4LT cultivator. And this one is by Mefiu FS. It requires 4.1 megabyte, and the slot count on this is 4. So this one you will find under tools and cultivators. There we go. 4 meter, and it requires 200 horsepower. And did I say the slot count? Yeah, 4 slots. So again, I'm looking at in-game cultivators, and this one is, yeah, it's 200 horsepower. It's pretty much, I think, if you compare it with the in-game one, more or less the same size as this one, 3.7 meter, just a bit smaller. This one only requires 130 horsepower. So let's jump in the Massey and try it out. Let's just take down the volume down here a little bit. Another thing that I recognized is if you press L1 and X to unfold the cultivator, I don't see anything happening. So let's fold it again. Unfold. Fold. Unfold. I don't see anything. So if I press L1 and circle and lower it, then it lower it down, and if I press fold, then it will raise it down. But you can also press circle again to lift it. So either lift it or fold it, it's the same. So I haven't tried this. I have enough horsepower with this one, so let's see what it's doing. Yeah, it's doing what it's supposed to do, cultivate. It's a nice one if you have a small farm, but again the horsepower requirement is a little bit too high, I think, but that's just my opinion. Anyhow, I'll leave this here, and then I move on to the last one, which I didn't find in the mod hub website, but I found it in the mod hub in the game itself, and that's this one. This is a combined solid fertilizer and lime spreader. It's called the MVU8. It's by FSSA modding. This one will require 18.4 megabytes and requires 15 slots. So this one you will find under tools and fertilizer technology. and it's this guy here, 7350 to buy, and the width of the spreading is 20 meter, and it contains 11,000 liters, so it's pretty good size. And you can change main color with some colors I haven't seen before, Bordeaux, and design color that changes the main chassis, so to speak, and you can change the rim color. Wheel setup here also, there's some wheel types I haven't seen here before. We got KF97 and these ones, J187. So, and it appears to be from Russia or something by the looks of the signs here. So let's try it out. Now I put fertilizer in it. So let's see if I get some options with this one. Let's see, L1 turn on, unload. No, I don't want to do that. So let's press L1 and square. There you go. Even the tires get wet. No, white. So, there we go. So that's a mod that were not in the mod hub, as I said. Whoop. But I found it in the mod hub in-game. And lastly, I wanted to test out one of the updates which came out today. I haven't downloaded the original of this one. This is an update for the Fent 509 and 510. So in the mod hub website it says that this one is only 35,000 to buy, and it varies between 95 and up to 125 horsepower. So a good, I thought, wow, that's a good farm tractor and a cheap one. So I went into small tractors, and it's all over here. You get two different ones. I think the difference is with this one you get a gear shift sound, and by the looks of it the price is 66,000, not 35,000, not 35,000, and the megabyte size is 17.8. But there's a lot of things you can do with it. You can of course change your wheels. I think it's Trelleborg and Nokian. And this one puzzles me a little bit. Design without sensor or with sensor on the top of the roof, with actually a Yara, a Norwegian company logo on top of it. I don't know what this sensor does, but and you get also a GPS, but I think that's only for PC players. And you can have sensor plus GPS. Okay. Design beacons, 1 or 2 on each side, and attacher without PTO or with PTO, and engine. You get 95 horsepower, 105 and 125. And front loader with or without. So I went with more or less the full package except the GPS, and also with this one you can open the doors if you press let's start it up. If you press R1 and right stick to the side, that will open your right door. This is a little bit fiddling with a PS4 controller. So the R1 and right stick to the side will open that door, and R1 right stick up and down will open that door. And if you press L1 and R1, right stick to the left or right, that will open your front window. And the same with R stick up and down will open your back window. So if there's a hot day, you can drive with all windows and doors open. And it says in the mod that this has a gear shift sound. So let's boost up the sound a little bit and see if there's... oh, there we go. Yeah, there were definitely some gear shift sound. So, nice one, but a little bit more expensive than I thought. So, I think that's it for today's mod review. Thank you for watching, and hit that like button, leave a comment if you want, and thank you for watching.